So y'all, back with another video. Not sub y'all. Yeah. So future me, back with another video. My main. What's up, bruh? I'm gonna have an intro, but like, I don't know what to say. Let's just start off with shit, man. Sorry. All right. Gotta get into that mode. You took a trade today, man. Well, I took a trade today. Took a trade today on SPX and NASDAQ on accident. Sort of. Not really accident, kind of. I didn't have the right risk to reward for real. Sorry. I was up a little late last night. But we took a trade today on SPX. He did all right. Got you a little 2-to-1. Nothing too shabby, nothing too bad. I mean, I'm not really trying to judge it or anything. It's just what the trade was. You also took a trade on. Well, I also took a trade on NASDAQ. Took my trade on NASDAQ. Wasn't really trying to, but I was looking at NASDAQ, but I don't really ever look at NASDAQ for trades. I kind of look at them for the S&T divergence, but it just happened to be in line considering that my bias for the day was my bias for the day was bearish, but I looked at TJR shit just to see if the nigga was streaming. Let me stop saying that. I've also decided to stop saying the N-word because it's kind of derogatory towards black folk. And I think as a whole, black folks should stop saying the N-word to begin with because it literally makes no sense for us to keep saying it. So, how does it not make sense? You probably already know future me, but it doesn't make sense because it stemmed from white people. Nothing wrong with white people. I'm not saying there's nothing bad about them. It's just because they used it as a derogatory term towards us. And there's no reason for us to be protecting a derogatory term in general. Especially when every time we say it, we kind of say it in a negative connotation, I would say. A negative way. I'm not trying to sound smart or nothing. I'm just trying to, I like to learn new words and implement them in my life. But we kind of use it in a negative way every single time if you actually take the time to think of it instead of having the ignorance, just saying, oh, I'm black, I should be able to say it. Yeah, you should be able to say it, but it's also the fact of like where it came from. No one was saying it. Negro's fine. She was a Negro. We're black. What's Negro? Spanish word for black. Or just call yourself black, bro. No point of us calling ourselves niggas if it came from white folk. Do we want to be the white folk? No, the white folk want to be us to try to steal everything that we do. Not even try, they do. But I hope you can hear me, because I feel like I'm talking low. But anyways, yeah, I took a trade on NASDAQ and on SPX. Took the trade on NASDAQ because I kind of saw it on TJR stream because I'm just practicing on trading on news days. And I saw that it was CPI today, and I didn't know if that was one of the days that you're supposed to trade. So I was just trying to see if he was streaming to see if he was taking a trade. But I'm trying to stray away from him so I can learn trading on my own because yeah, he gave me the tools and everything, but I feel like there's no reason to sit there and keep looking at his trade recaps and all his extra if it's just kind of like it's playing off of his style of trading and not my actual style, what I'm comfortable with. So even though my style could be the exact same thing as his, but not really because majority of the time, none of us really take the same. None of us that watch him take the same trade as him most of the time. Because I see the comments and stuff that say like, oh, why did you take this trade? Why did you take that trade? Even though it was the exact same strategy that you taught us, but it's kind of like he has the market experience and we don't. So gotta gain that market experience for us to take better trades or just take winning trades overall. But anyways, took that trade. I had to find my risk and everything and put a stop loss and all that. And I was letting it run for the time being. It would have hit. It would have hit a 1-to-1. Probably would have hit a 2-to-1, a 3-to-1, because NASDAQ is very volatile. But it's just off of the simple fact that it wasn't my idea, because I still wanted to take a trade on SPX. So I closed that position early because it wasn't, it was the right strategy and all that, but it wasn't my discipline. I wanted to do my way. So I closed that and looked for trades on SPX, because XPX was doing a complete opposite thing. But what was actually happening was S&T divergence was forming. So I saw lower highs on NASDAQ and higher highs on S&P. So I knew the market was going down. Well, I didn't know the market was going down, but the market not most likely, but that was just one of the confluences to my edge. So I took that in favor, waited for a 5-minute break of structure because I wanted it to push down into that 4-hour and that 1-hour fair value gap. How did I get there? Is because I had a bullish bias. My bullish bias wanted to go towards those confluences, and I wanted to take a short for the day. So with that being said, got a 5-minute break of structure, and instead of waiting for a 5-minute confluence, which I kind of feel like I did this bad, and it makes me feel like it was a random reward, because I have been losing for the last like 2, 3, 4 days. Shit, I've been losing a lot. I can't even sit there and cap with shit. I've been losing, bro. No cap. But I don't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, you lose. Nobody's gonna sit there and win every single day. And if they are, then they are. You're not them. Do it your way. Regardless, anyways. Maybe it's just me overthinking, but I'll get it down regardless, because all it takes, not only time, just stop thinking about it as much, which is why I've basically been doing the exact same thing every single day, just defining my edges, making sure I got the right trades, and I feel like I've been learning from them, because I don't take none of the losses I took from the last couple of days as bad losses. But I don't really look at things as bad or good. I just kind of look at it as progress, which could be like a up thing, not a down thing, but progress is progress. I mean, I've learned more from yesterday. I've learned more today than I did yesterday, basically. So that being said, saw a 5-minute break of structure, scaled down to the 1 minute because the market was dropping severely. And I already had my shorts planned out, and I already had it at entry level where I wanted to enter at, but I didn't see any confluences, and it just kept dumping. So I just went down to the 1 minute where I saw a Baker block or an order block, and I saw it push into the order block, and then I saw that a break of another low, and I entered off of that for a 2-to-1, which I kind of said during the trade, so I'm gonna have to get that down as well, because I want to make sure I have everything determined before I enter the trade to begin with. But other than that, yeah, waiting for the next day. Probably won't trade tomorrow because Fridays are there's a lot of news tomorrow, and it's also like Fridays are kind of shitty. Fridays always, it's not, it kind of hurts to trade on a Friday, lose, and have to wait those next 2 days to sit there and just, oh man, those 2 days where you just not traded, them bitches hurt. Them bitches hurt for real. You're really just thinking about the market the whole entire time, which I don't really have to, but I'm not at the point where I don't have to, because it's kind of like my whole schedule runs during the week and not during the weekend, if that makes sense. But what I have, so I don't know if I should make a YouTube video tomorrow, because I don't really want to just sit here and just talk about trading. I kind of want to talk about other things too. Like, I don't know, man. Just my life, man. What I be thinking all the time, bro. I'm reading a book right now. It's about Taoism, so that's not. I mean, that's kind of like, you ever get that feeling like you just you go through something and you kind of like you go through something real hard, and instead of sitting there with a lot of hatred in your heart, you learn from it. And I don't know if a lot of people go through that, but the ones who do, you really learn from it. You learn to chill out and accept the world for what it really is, accept the reality of the world. That's kind of how Taoism is. So me reading this book is kind of feels like a connection to stuff that I've already been thinking. But you think things, and that's just in your head. You never know the real reality of it, which Taoism isn't technically a reality, but it can be seen as one. It can be seen as a mindset that makes reality what it is. And I'm enjoying the book so far. It's just I kind of take every book as informational, but I like information, man. I've been thinking a lot because a lot of stuff that I thought I knew you never know enough. You never really know enough, bro. And I know that. And I'm trying to learn some more because later on in my future, I do want to become an advocate for Black people. I feel like people are worried about the wrong things. Let me not say the wrong things, but people aren't worried about the bigger picture. And I feel like people aren't worried about the bigger picture, but I'm not educated enough to actually sit down and just be like, this is what you need to worry about. Why do you need to worry about this? This is exactly why you need to worry about this. And so after I'm done with this book, which I don't want to rush through the book either. I actually do want to sit there and read the book because a lot of Black people that are advocates are just Pan-Africans that sit there and talk and try to instill like, what's that word? Instill guidance and like make our community come together. They're very aggressive. And I know when you feel strongly about something, you get your eyes widen, and you have a lot of emotion towards it. And I do too. I don't know why. I just think my ultimate goal would be world peace, have everybody come together and everybody be okay. But you can't get there without dealing with your own people first, even though our own people is everybody, considering that we're all Homo sapiens. But it's also like Black people are the first Homo sapiens, realistically and historically, and I would want to deal with them first because, come on, look at the skin tone. Big Black over here, man. Big Black Panther. I show you the bag, but you know what I'm saying? I'll show you the bag. I don't know if you gonna see it though. All right. Big Black Panther now. You know what it is, bro. I love Black history, man. And honestly, it's very informational to know that what we went through is what we're still going through, but we're putting ourselves through. And that hurts to see, because I don't like seeing on the news, don't like watching YouTube videos of us killing our own people, because it makes no sense. And the more I look at it, the more I see like it's very controlled. It's my girl. It's very controlled, and it kind of seems as if white people, not even just white people, but the U.S. is very controlling towards. I don't know about any other countries, because this is second to Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. I really don't know. So I want to learn. I want to learn, like, where are all our people? They said there's only 13% of black people in America. I know most of them are in Africa, like, obviously. Where are the other ones at? And are they dealing with the same discrimination as us? Because same discrimination we've been feeling since slavery times has still yet to be changed. And I personally am not able to tell myself later in the future about what it is that we are dealing with, but I know myself in the future will be able to, because I will look more into it. But that's the end of the video. What's my algebra eat? Sayonara.